I saw something within trading that he didn't see. And then my rules are I can only take 2 trades a day. The simplest thing, I trade manipulation, accumulation, distribution, which is the market pattern, how the market moves.
Hi Sib, how are you?
Yes, hello Simon, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to do the interview. Maybe you could introduce yourself to the community, tell us a bit about yourself, your journey, your where you're living, etc.
My name is Sibahle Nzama. I'm a 21-year-old trader from South Africa, Durban specifically. I do go by 777, which is my nickname. I've been trading for around 5 years, since 2017, since I was still in school. I've been pushing that, and I've finally reached profitability only last year, like November or so.
Good to hear. Great. Okay. So it sounds like an interesting journey. How did you get into trading? What brought you to it?
Actually, my uncle used to trade, but he wasn't really a good trader. He stopped trading, he quit trading, but I just continued because I saw something within trading that he didn't see. He started me off with the books. He sent me the Candlestick Bible. He sent me baby pips. He sent me. I in the beginning I used to trade Elliott Wave because that's what he used to send me. And I did research through that, and I eventually fell in love with trading through my uncle and just research exactly on how trading is and what trading is.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Yeah, I mean Elliott Wave. It tends to attract a lot of people because it's quite a visual way of seeing the markets, and it's quite reasonably easy to understand. But obviously, there's a little bit more to trading than Elliott Wave, obviously. But it's a good start. Okay, so you've obviously moved on from there. You're now profitable after all these years. What's changed? Have you changed what you trade, how you trade, what systems you trade? What's happened?
Well, the journey, as I said, I did start off with Candlestick Bible, Elliott Wave, and then I learned each and every forex strategy. And I'm not lying, from trend lines, Basically, this is how it is. Telegram, right? Telegram will give you anybody's course. I know there's a lot of mentors that sell their course for thousands of dollars. Go on Telegram; it's for free on there. If you know where to find. So I literally went through everyone's course, trying to find profitability because I had access to information that people paid thousands for. So I just watched everything. I went from, should I name the traders or just name the strategies?
You can name them. It's all right. We can edit the video. It's not a problem. You go. You tell me your journey. I'm just interested to know how you moved from starting to profitability. That's more interesting. Yeah.
All right. So I started learning all those trader strategies, and then I realized that all of this is not actually what it is, because I'm a type of person where I learn something and I go to the markets and backtest it and I actually prove it, and I could see that it wasn't really what they said it was on the courses, because they really didn't have that amount of information on the market. They were just marketeers. So that's when I started doing my own research and trying to find my own strategy, to find my own way to move in the markets, And that's when I found the simplest thing. I trade manipulation, accumulation, distribution, which is the market pattern, how the market moves. And the 1 minute to the 4 hour to the daily, you'll see this pattern, and that's what I started trading. That's when I started reaching profitability, because that's when I realized that Forex is very simple. But let's put it this way. It's simple in a sense that if you learn the basics are all you need, and you learn the basics and you properly understand the basics, you will be able to trade. But if you go and try to complicate yourself, you want to learn supply and demand, you want to learn trend lines, you want to learn FIBs, you're not going to go anywhere at all.
No.
So that's how I reached profitability, when I started doing introspection in myself, exactly what moves the markets, how does the markets move, and then I started seeing more patterns, and then I started conjuring up my own sort of strategy and putting it together with some help. Obviously, I had a friend who had sent me a PDF a while ago, right? And this PDF had had structured how accumulation, distribution, and manipulation, distribution worked in the market. Because accumulation would be Asian session, and then the manipulation would be London, and then distribution would be New York, depending on what you trade. I trade Nasdaq, so that's how it works. And
you're a Nasdaq trader as well. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like ICT has influenced you quite a bit, or at least ICT's concepts have influenced you a lot. Yeah, I mean, it is how the market operates, and yes, I mean, he has obviously helped a lot of people. His concept has helped a lot of people understand how their price is delivered, and certainly pushed aside a lot of the more traditional ways of trading, like trend lines, etc., which obviously don't work permanently. No, exactly. Okay, so you watched all the ICT material, I assume, on YouTube and all the mentorships and stuff like that.
Yes, I've watched ICT thoroughly, and I've taken some things and incorporated them in my trading strategy, and some things I just wasn't able. They didn't fit with my personality. Trading on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, looking for the breaker blocks, the order blocks, the FVG, all of that. It's not me. It's not the type of trader I am. But certain concepts are sound, and I took those concepts and I used.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, you mentioned what you don't do. So what is your style of trading? What is your strategy then? Just if you could give us maybe an overall picture of it.
Okay, so I look at the market, as I said, in those three phases, which would be accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I mark out my time zone from midnight up until 8 a.m. is Asia.
Okay.
Right, so I mark out the Asian range. From top to bottom, from midnight to 8 a.m. And then I look for price to maybe push to the upside. When price is pushing to the upside, we know that's the manipulation with it, because price is going to push to the upside, create a high, drop, and either take out that high or test that high and then drop. And then that's when I trade the sell. Okay.
So you're basically identifying a range, happens to be Asia, but I guess it could be any range, but you're identifying a range, you're waiting for maybe the high or the low to get tested, rejected, looking for some kind of PD array to form down there in that liquidity, and then you're looking to trade the reversal to target the opposing liquidity, maybe the other end of that range. Is that a good summary?
100%.
100%. Okay, cool. Well, that's AMD. Okay, so and you say you trade Nasdaq, so I'm assuming you trade mostly the New York session.
Yes, I trade New York session only.
Yeah. Okay, wait for the equity open at 9:30, and then you start to look for setups. Okay, and what time frames do you trade?
Normally, I look at the market on the 15-minute and I enter on the 15-minute. But nowadays, I'm looking at the 5-minute more and more. But 15 minutes is the key time frame.
Yeah. 5 and 15, good time frames for a Nasdaq. Okay, maybe you could possibly share a screen, and maybe show us a previous trade if that's possible, just to give us an idea of what you're looking for. So maybe help traders out there who are, there's a lot of AMD traders out there, but whether they have a clear idea of what they're looking for, maybe you could help them with that.
100%. I'll show you guys my trade yesterday. I did not take a win. It was actually a loss, but the trade went my way. I just scaled in too hard. My stop loss was too close and I got stopped up. But I'll show you guys that trade. Oh yes, I also use the dollar index as confluence, but from what I know, the dollar index, there's a reverse correlation with Nasdaq. So if the dollar index, let's say the dollar index has a high that's going to be taken out, that means with Nasdaq there's going to be a low that's going to be taken out, if you know what I'm saying.
No,
but I will
there usually is a negative correlation between the two. Yes.
Negative correlation is what it's called. Okay, so let me take you guys through yesterday's trade. Well, this is today, but all right. So as you can see, I had marked out the trade from midnight. Well, I use Owanda, so it's 1 a.m. Yeah, I use Owanda, the broker on TradingView. But from midnight up until 8 a.m. ish, 9 a.m. and then that's the Asia range, right? And then I look for a high, right? As you can see, price did. Wait, where's mine? As you can see, price did push up, but this is not exactly the high we were looking at. This is the high we were looking at. Price did push up, create this high, and it dropped. And then as you can see, 430, that's NY open for me. NY open happened, and then I went down to the 15-minute just to show you guys it clear, because that wick is long. It is a long wick.
Oh yeah, it was a good push up at the open yesterday. Yeah.
So as you guys can see, price did go up.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, I wait for the high or the low to be taken out, and the high was taken out, and then I had entered on this 5-minute right here candlestick as it was actually. My stop loss is always 30 pips. The reason for that is because I work on a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. My TP is usually 90 pips above. 30 pips is what I feel comfortable with having on as a risk on this. So I had opened this trade right here. Nasdaq sells 30 pips, as you know, and then my target is obviously 90 pips above. So what happens is usually when price drops another 30 pips, I'll put my stop loss at break even and enter another trade. So I'm scaling in, but I'm also still risking the same amount as I was risking with the first trade. So yes, that's what I was doing. So I had entered a second trade around here. Let me see. I had entered a second trade around here, and then that's when I moved my stop loss. But then price eventually came back and took out both of those trades. So yeah, that's what happened. But that's usually how my day looks. I like to show you guys also dollar index. Dollar index had the negative correlation that you were talking about, right? It's because I trade I don't trade dollar index, but I watch dollar index in accordance to Nasdaq. That's what I use as confluence in my strategy. All right, so here's dollar index. As you guys can see, I mark out from midnight up until 9 a.m., 8 a.m. ish, Asia, and then we can see as price did actually create a low, and then eventually price did try come, and it doesn't always take out the high or the low. It sometimes tests it, and then as you can see, price did go above. That's when I the confluence showed that I should take the sells.
Yeah. Okay. Looks good. I understand. Yeah. Using dollar index. Yeah. To sort of, I guess SMT. I suppose in a way you're using that as a. If the dollar is unable to make a new low, then maybe the dollar is looking to push, which essentially should push Nasdaq down. So yeah, okay, I understand your theory there. Okay, so what are you looking for today? Longs, by the looks of it.
Yes, they were looking for longs, as you guys can see. Midnight, and then Asia marked out. Price dropped during Asia, creating low. And then that low is currently being tested now, but it's not New York as yet, so I'll just stay out and I'll watch.
Waiting.
We'll go there, just waiting. And then we'll go on dollar index. Dollar index, we're seeing almost the same thing. It hasn't truly formed on dollar index, but it is still London. So, but we are looking for sells. We're looking for at least a high to be created or so, and then the high to be taken out, and then a drop, and then we'll see if we get the buys on Nasdaq.
Sure. Yeah, understand. Do you ever use SPX 500 as a correlation as well, or not?
I don't actually watch SPX 500. I watch I watch the Dow, but I don't trade the Dow. It's too risky for me, for my trading strategy.
Yeah, no, Dow is a little bit crazy, isn't it, sometimes? Nasdaq's a nice compromise, somewhere in the middle. Okay, I think we've got a good idea. So using overnight session essentially as a range, and then looking for sweeps of both sides, and looking for would you say at least a 1-to-3 risk reward?
At least a 1-to-3, but obviously I don't always hold to 1-to-3 because Nasdaq always gives me more than that. So 1-to-4, 1-to-5s, 1-to-6s, and I hit my 5 to 10% all a day.
Nice. And you're risking what percent of your account with those 30 pips?
Here's the crazy part. I only risk 0.5%.
Yeah.
Which has been able to help me stay in the markets longer, because with me risking that 0.5%, I can scale in and still make about 5 to 6, 7, 10%, but still just risking 0.5%.
0.5%. Yeah, no, it's good. Good risk management, good money management, great stuff. Good to hear. Maybe we could take a look at your dashboard just to give us an idea of your history and statistics.
Here's the current account that I have with you guys. Second step, as you guys can see, it's currently in drawdown, but nothing I can't get on.
Nothing.
Nothing. Here's my breached accounts, which is actually the account I was trading last year with FundedNext. I had a 6K account, a 15K Express account, and then I had a 25K Stellar account, one step also. And then I was going so well, and then December came, my psychology just went out the window, and I had lost most of those accounts due to that.
Yeah, December's not a great time, is it, for trading anyway, with holidays around the corner. So sometimes best left December, take a rest. So could we see, if you click on the active account and then, if I can remember where to click. If you click on dashboard and then, is it stats? How do we get to see the stats? You probably know this. Yeah, there we go, got it. So, average risk reward 1 to 2 and a bit. Yeah, so win rate 25, loss 74, and then your winning trades are obviously much greater than your losing trades. So yeah, that's all good stuff. So yeah, okay, good stuff. Looks well managed. Is this showing? Is this basically the loss rate? I guess is what, because of December, is it, or what?
No, actually, my win rate is 30%. I know that. I know that, and that's why I've structured my risk reward to be 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Because when I was backtesting my own strategy, the 30% number just kept showing up. 30%, 30%, 30%. So then I had sculptured my risk reward to actually be for that 30%. So sometimes I do hit 30% win rate, and then I still make profit. It's not really about win rate. It's all about your risk to reward. If your risk to reward is great, win rate is not a problem.
Oh no, of course, no. So, any advice you could give to traders out there who are, currently struggling to get funded? Maybe struggling with the risk management side of things, or something else.
Backtest. Nothing will help you testing. That's all. People want to trade without knowing exactly how you perform in the markets, which makes no sense. You have to know your own performance before you can see that, okay, I can actually do this on a prop firm, because I did actually try prop firms before I was profitable and I had lost the accounts. But after backtesting and knowing my own performance and being more confident in my trades, that's when I started passing the accounts. Since then, I have never ever failed the challenge. Never. Yeah. I've even passed an Express account, which is 25%.
Yeah.
This is how much you make.
Yeah, it takes a bit of doing that. So you say backtesting. What's your process for that? Have you got a particular system, a software you use, or just give us some ideas what you use to do that?
Well, there's 2 specific softwares. Well, TradingView is one of them. You pay for the premium subscription on TradingView, and then you'll be able to backtest. And then another one is called FX Replay. I actually have a YouTube channel where I made a whole video about how to actually use FX Replay, because it gives you more stats. It gives you way more stats.
Plus, it gives you 7 years of data or something. So it's good. Yeah, it's
actually, so you can trade 7 years ago, 5 years ago, and still know how you would have performed.
Yeah, I know, it's good. It's I think it's just like TradingView, isn't it? But it's obviously gives you access to a lot more data, and obviously, like you say, you're able to collect a lot more statistics. So yes, certainly that would help. And then when you are backtesting using FX Replay or TradingView, how are you going about? Are you testing a really strict strategy, or how are you going about that?
I'm backtesting my own strategy, as I did show you guys the simple strategy that I use, and then my rules are I can only take 2 trades a day. First trade, if the first trade doesn't go well, I'll take another trade. Other than that, I close. That's
That's
those
it.
are my rules. Risk 0.5%, and then that's it. Those are the rules that I follow. I journal what I backtest, and I also try to journal my trades, even though it doesn't always happen. But journaling does help and see the patterns. Exactly.
Good stuff. All right. Sound like you're a well-organized trader. I suspect you'll go on to be funded and again. So, okay. Well, thanks for your time, Sib. Unless there's anything else you'd like to add, I think we'll wrap things up there. But yeah, good luck with the funded account, and hopefully speak to you again.
You will definitely speak to me again. Thank you very much, Simon. Okay.
No problem. All right. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.